So Andrew here asks, could you give lessons on drawing? And I said, of course I can. It's good to know something about basic human anatomy and make yourself a little sketch and know a little bit about perspective and point of view and how that creates boxes and narrowing of lines. So use what you got. Maybe there's some kind of shape that you're very familiar with. From, I don't know, you could have picked it up from anywhere. Pretty much anything can be a supportive structure when you know how to use it. So here we're using a little flower, as you can see, and we're using that as a little sketch. And very, very anatomically, we're going in here, and you see I've used a triangle right now, and here we have it, a tiny little tailbone. And so you can add from there, you can have a little pelvic floor and the legs come out, and then maybe some ass cheeks get flattening against the floorboards, or a yoga mat if you got that kind of thing, and that's really good. But see, if you want to get really good, just have fun with it. Like 80% of the time should be fun, 20% of the time should be learning the structures that are underneath what you end up drawing on top, so that this anatomy stuff I show you here, it's basically just the exercise, right? And it's a kind of creative exercise when we do it like I show you right here. We're using chakras to, and then it was like, yeah, well, the chakra actually is a map of it's very scientific. Like, look at the vertebra here. This is and here we have the sacral bone, very, very scientifically accurate. But it's also like mixing different practices together, and so you kind of get good faster. But it does, the thing is, you can always make these layers more see-through, so you can have like 10 sketches on top of each other, at which point drawing a body is easy peasy, right? And so you can come up with some wacky funny things that you do with the shape of chakras. And so using the shape of chakras, you can do what I'm about to do right now, which is I kind of know already what the anatomy of a human head is like. And so, for example, I looked at the Ajna chakra and I was like, yeah, well, that could go into the ears, and then I can use this to set up my nose here, and I can have a mouth here. I can let this be the throat chakra here, and then we have like the Sahasrara on top, making it, help me find a direction for the hair. And then when I was finished, I was like, hey, you know what? Let's keep going. So I was like, let's add this one right here with these, so that's gonna make it nice structure to put his chest on top of. But then of course we're gonna need that classical Anhata star right there, so that's gonna tell me where his rib cage is at, and so make a little bit of a ring around it, so I think I need some margins here. So here we have it, and then we do this, and so now I put in, I just keep going with it, winging it, and this is gonna go into his legs. That one is supposed to be lower, it's supposed to be at the navel area, and then here's of course the other ones. But then I was like, what about this is the chakras are very universal shapes. So that's one of the cool things you can do about them, is like, it doesn't have to be a guy. We can just take him out a little bit into the background, and then we can, like, inside of the guy with the chakras, we can put this other kind of structure and make it a little bit narrower, and so we can kind of, here I do a little bit of triangles, and we can make her arms a little thinner. I mean, I still follow the structures and the positioning here, and so it's kind of cool, it's kind of cool, the stuff that we got going on here. Here you have it. Here you have a woman. And I was like, oh, this is kind of cool, right? That you can do these things. So But basically, the main thing is there are so many guides and tutorials on YouTube. What you need is like 80% fun, have fun with it, 80%, 20% doing the exercises, right? And so there's like tons of really cool stuff that you can do if you have fun.